Hello and welcome to Drumbeg Studio Podcast. My name is Michael Lumby. How are we doing this week? And welcome everyone to this week's show. We're going to be chatting to special guest singer Fiona Reid, who we recorded and interviewed when she was way out in Italy. So the recordings, it's interesting. Some background noises in it because she was outside, but yeah, it's really cool. We've also got a couple of songs from her as well, a cover that the two of us did together, plus a cover that she did with a band called Fiona and the Boys. But kicking off this very much female orientated show, I know I'm feeling left out, this is Amy Lou. Well, there you go. That was Amy Lou with her latest single, Tonic Wine, here on Drumbeg Studio Podcast. Amy Lou is a singer-songwriter from Dunfermline, and that is her latest single, which was released this year on the 5th of March, and you can find it on all the digital media platforms of today. So go and check out the full song now on Spotify. Many thanks, Amy, for letting me play that song on my show. All the best with your future. You can check out all her latest gig news, music news on her Facebook page, and you can stream all her music on the digital media platforms of today. Now it is time to find out this week's special guest.
It's all on me. She said goodbye too many times before. Her heart is breaking in front of me. I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore.
This week's special guest is singer Fiona Reid. Fiona, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm very good. I was just going to ask you that. I'm very good, thank you. I hope you're doing well.
Good, yeah. We're in the garden.
Good for you. So, what did you dream of when you were growing up, Fiona?
Well, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I was very loud and energetic, and I thought it would be really cool to be an actress. So I was quite dramatic.
Okay.
I could always sing, but I think I wanted to be more of an actress and just anything. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so you then obviously developed a love for singing, which obviously has probably partly come from the dream. How early did you start thinking that singing was going to be quite good, and you really got into it?
I don't really remember like realizing I was able to sing. I remember when I was about 2, my mum would put me on the table at any sort of party and tell me to sing, and I would try to sing Disney songs, but I was too young to be able to remember the words, so I would sort of make noises, I think. And then it's just always been great fun to be able to sing and act together. And I did musical theatre since when I was 9, all the way to when I was 18, every year. Really, really enjoyed that. And yeah, and then it's sort of developed a bit more here in Italy. I moved to Italy now, and
Mm-hmm.
I was in my first band a few years ago, Fiona and the Boys. Very creative name we had. For 2 years, I had a band, and that was my full-time job for 2 years. It was really good.
Yeah.
And then now I'm singing just in the winter along with another band a little bit.
So going back to some of the stuff that you were part of a youth group back in Aberdeen, which is right. Is that right?
Yeah. Aberdeen Youth Music Theatre.
Yes, Aberdeen. I've got that written down. I don't know why I didn't say that.
Yeah.
What productions were you part of that, and what roles did you get to play?
I had the lead 1 year in Blitz, which was a show about the war. It was a really upbeat show about the war.
Uh-huh.
It was great. And probably the most famous one we did was Sweeney Todd. I played the homeless lady, the crazy lady. It was really, really fun, and the acting was really good. That one, really good. And,
Cool.
And the songs are really tricky in Sweeney Todd, so it was really fun doing the Stephen Sondheim stuff is ace. I really loved that.
Cool. We're going to be catching up with Fiona in just a bit, but now it's time to hear her voice for the first time in this week's show. This is a cover that the two of us did a couple of years ago by the Rolling Stones. This is Under My Thumb.
Under my thumb, the girl who once had me down. Under my thumb, the girl who once pushed me around. It's down to me. The difference in the clothes she wears down to me. The change has come. She's under my thumb. Under my thumb, the squirming dog who's just had her day. Under my thumb, a girl who has just changed her ways. It's down to me, yes it is. The way she does just what she's told down to me. The change has come, she's under my thumb. It's down to me, oh yeah, yeah. The way she talks when she's spoken to down to me. The change has come, she's under my thumb. Under my thumb, she's under my thumb. Under my thumb, she's under my thumb.
Well, there you go. That was Fiona Reid and myself with a Rolling Stones cover of Under My Thumb here on Drumbeg Studio Podcast. As I mentioned earlier, we did that song a couple of years ago, and you can find it up on my Michael Lumbie YouTube channel. We recorded that here in the Drumbeg Studios, and I remember when Fiona was out here, we were sorting through the song, listening to various covers. There was a Tina Turner version of it as well, and thinking what we wanted to drag from all these different tracks to make our very own unique sounding version of the song. And I think we've ended up with a really good song and a very good version of what we've done in the end. We wanted to make sure that the listener was kept engaged throughout the whole of the song, so there's the dips of instruments in and out, and just a nice sort of breakdown in the middle of the song, and then we then build up to a nice big chorus at the end. So yeah, a little treat that the two of us did, which was fantastic. Now it is time to get back to chatting to Fiona Reid, our special guest for this week. Fiona, you got to the stage where you're singing in your life where you probably wanted to take it to the next level, I can imagine. When it came to teaching you to do that, did you do it yourself, or did you get a teacher to help you with that?
So with singing, you got to be careful not to go into lessons too soon. So it wasn't until I was 14 I started to get proper singing lessons, and the teacher, she wasn't really sure if I was going to be old enough, so I went and she let me come in and try, and she was just amazing. She's called Kate Hughes, and she's a really old school Aberdonian singing teacher. Who knows how old she was? You could never really tell, but she's looked the same for 30 years, and she's just full of energy, bouncing around the room, and the lessons with her were so amazing. And it took me from sort of just knowing a few musical songs, and she encouraged me to try some opera, which is really, really tricky, but really, really fun. It's such a challenge, and it really got me more interested in singing and singing really tricky things. And that really took my voice from sort of normal to maybe a bit more interesting, and I could really able to do a lot more stuff. It was really cool. That was amazing. I had lessons with her.
And so would she teach you good sort of vocal warm-ups or good sort of vocal things to change your voice in that thing? Or was it just a sense of we're going to change what you're actually singing and that'll develop your voice that way?
It was quite a mix. Yeah, we would do really good warm-ups, a lot of breathing warm-ups, and then she would talk about some technical stuff about your voice, about placing the ring in the right place, and the way you hold your face, the way you hold your body, making sure you're very relaxed, and about your breathing. So it was quite technical, but it was also a lot of fun, just trying songs and sometimes trying stuff that was difficult, but just for a laugh, and it was really, really, really good. It was really, really cool.
So you mentioned beforehand that you sort of did a nice sort of summary at the beginning of what of the singing and the range that you've covered and the varieties of things that you've done. So let's talk about Fiona and the Boys for just now.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and sort of how it must have been quite fun getting involved in a project like that?
Yeah. So I moved to Italy to do a ski season because I love skiing, and then that first summer I came back and a guy walked into the bar I was working in, and he knew one of the other bartenders, and she said, "Oh, this guy's a great musician." So he said, "Okay, let's jam. Why not?
Yeah.
Not got much to do. Nice and chill out in the summer." So we played together, and we finished the first song we played together, and he said, "Stop. We have to start a band." So he called up another guy that he knew, Federico, and we started jamming together, and then we played our first gig a few weeks later. And then I quit my bar job, and we were gigging. It was really great because we were in the ski resort, changing people all the time. It's a tourist town, so we played 5 gigs a week all winter. It was really great, and it was a really cool experience playing with those guys. And then we started thinking, let's start writing songs, because we were playing obviously covers up until then. So then we took some time. We took a whole month. We weren't working. We were just hanging out every day, writing songs. It was tough, and it was really cool what came out of it. The songs we wrote were cool. We recorded some covers, and we went to the recording studio recorded some songs, and they sounded pretty good. They were almost there, but then our funding all sort of collapsed, and now the songs are stuck in an unknown location. But we have some of our covers on online, and the songs. I still know the songs, but no one else has ever heard them, so they're trapped music.
I was so high I did not recognize the fire burning in her eyes, the chaos that controlled my mind. Whispered goodbye and she got on a plane, never to return again, but always in my heart. Oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. Her heart is breaking in front of me. I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa. I tried my best to feed her appetite, keep her coming every night, so hard to keep her satisfied. Kept playing love like it was just a game, pretended to feel the same, then turn around and leave again. Oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. Her heart is breaking in front of me. I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'll fix these broken things, repair your broken wings. I make sure everything's alright. My pressure on your hips, sinking my fingertips into every inch of you, 'cause I know that's what you want me to do. This love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. Her heart is breaking in front of me. I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore. This love has
That's Fiona and the Boys with the Maroon 5 cover This Love here on Drumbeg Studio Podcast. Fiona and the Boys, as she mentioned earlier on, a band that she was part of when she was out in Italy. You can find the full version of that cover that she did along with another cover up on their YouTube channel, which they released back in 2015. Now it is time to head back to our special guest, singer Fiona Reid, for the final time today. Now, Fiona, we've almost come to the end of this fantastic conversation, this interview, which has been amazing getting to chat to you. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's been great. And just before I go, I have that final suckable of a question you could say from all my guests, and that's basically what the future holds for you. I must mention for the listeners who don't know, Fiona is a qualified snowboarding instructor out in the north of Italy in Cervinia. And in terms of that, it's obviously what's keeping you busy at the moment, but is there a possibility of the singing career coming back and taking centre stage in your life?
Well, good question. At the moment, that's not the plan, really. I did 2 years just singing, and it's really hard work, physically.
Yeah.
I really love teaching snowboard, so the dream, I'm almost there at the dream now, and the dream is to be teaching snowboard during the day and just singing twice a week. That would be, I think that's the perfect balance. Keeping it as a hobby, not making it become a job, I think is keep it fun and keep it chill. But who knows what might happen. It would be nice. And for next year, I'm not sure if the same band is going to come back. I'm going to play with the same guys I did this winter, maybe next winter. Maybe I find my own band. maybe we could write some songs again. It keeps it a bit more fun having your own stuff. That would be nice, but no more than 2 nights a week. I think two nights a week is key.
Yeah, I think if you speak to the professionals in today, I think if you said to them, would you rather be doing it for a living or doing it for fun, they would probably be saying, I do it for fun.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's tiring. I find myself knackered, and I've done a whole day of vocal sessions, and that's just one day. How do you think I cope after I finish this album that I'm doing? But yeah. No, as you said, that's a nice balance of what you've got. You're busy doing something which is both enjoyable with the snowboarding, and it's making a living, which is what you need. And you have that chance on the side of singing and enjoying yourself with.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. It's great.
You're so lucky. It's incredible. But yeah, many thanks for coming on the show, for getting the chance to do this conversation. It's been incredible.
Thank you.
I want to wish you all the best for the future, and you never know. Listeners, keep an eye on this name, because I think it's going to make it famous at some point.
Yeah.
Cheers, many thanks.
Thanks, Michael.
Well, as ever, a big thank you to my special guest, Fiona Reid, for this week. That was incredible to get that amazing chat done. Many thanks, Fiona, for giving up your time. It sounded incredible. I know you were outside in Italy, but it sounded I loved the bit at the start with the dogs barking. That just really added to the atmosphere of the conversation. Many thanks, Fiona. That was incredible. Thank you guys for tuning in for this week, and many thanks for the music that we had from Amy Lou as well. That's all we've got time for this week. Join me next time for my next special guest and some more incredible music. Until then, see ya.